The Wii U is performing dismally at retail. It's the depressing reality in which we live, and it's one that's caused me to think up many ways to improve the console's fate. What if Nintendo no longer bundled it with the expensive gamepad, or partnered with outside studios willing to create exclusive games for the Wii U? Then maybe the system wouldn't lag so far behind its competitors. Now, though such moves might help Nintendo in the short term, they would be mere band-aids on an open wound, because the Wii U really is in a dire situation. I believe that Nintendo's reconciled itself to that fact and has already planned a way to bail from this sinking ship. Enter the quality of life platform. No one knows what to make of Nintendo's proposed QOL initiative, partly because we know almost nothing about it. Nintendo wants to improve people's lives in some indeterminate way using non-wearable technology and is going to introduce this nebulous product sometime this year. According to Nintendo's CEO, whatever the QOL platform is, it will be entirely separate from their gaming ventures. Iwata said, "When we use health as a keyword, some may inevitably think about Wii Fit. However, we are considering themes that have no incorporation to games for our existing platforms." But what if Nintendo has much grander plans for this mysterious device they're letting on? This could be Nintendo's next big idea, an idea much more in demand than their ill-advised tablet controller, and one that could propel the company to the same heights it enjoyed during its years of the Wii. But I'm getting ahead of myself. First, let's take a look back at history. In 2004, Nintendo announced the DS and positioned it as a complement to the Game Boy Advance and GameCube. It was going to be their third pillar, another portable system that would coexist alongside their hardware. Remember, this was a difficult time for Nintendo. The GameCube was lagging behind the PlayStation 2 and Xbox, and although the Game Boy Advance was still in its prime, it wasn't successful enough to prop up an entire company. And also, as you may remember, the Nintendo DS was a phenomenon. Nintendo had a massive software lineup that really appealed to its core audience and attracted a lot more people to the platform. And now we're seeing history repeat itself again. The 3DS is selling well, though not nearly as well as its predecessor, and the Wii U is just totally bottoming out. Nintendo is losing relevance, and investors are demanding that they develop games for smartphones, whilst loyal fans are gobbling up the few games that are still trickling out for the Wii U. It's a sad situation. Excellent games like The Wonderful 101 and Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze are being ignored at retail simply because not many people own the system, and third-party studios are sprinting away from the console as if it had some deadly disease. And here's the thing, Nintendo's new quality of life platform is Nintendo's idea to turn the company around. When Nintendo first announced this device, I was puzzled. Nintendo's been around for more than 100 years, and yes, they've transitioned from manufacturing playing cards to video games, but they've always focused on entertainment. Quality of life gives me visions of basically doing running workouts, or perhaps going to a gym to work out. It just doesn't really make sense from a gaming company. But then I remembered who we're talking about. Nintendo is going to basically make this product really attractive, and I really don't know what this QL thing is actually, but I do have a suspicion that it will be fun. More importantly, it's going to attract an audience that could not care less about the 3DS and Wii U. Part of the reason the DS and Wii were so popular is that Nintendo broke free of popular gaming conventions to appeal to people who don't want to spend their leisure time stomping Goombas or doing barrel rolls. So right now, Nintendo's taking a cautious approach with their quality of life platform. They announced it at the same time they said Mario Kart 8 is coming out in May, and Satoru Iwata is taking a pay cut, news stories that would deflect attention away from this mystery. They're carefully saying that it's separate from their gaming division, and basically Nintendo's just trying to make QOL as inoffensive as possible, something that gets mentioned during investment meetings instead of taking center stage during a Nintendo Direct. But they're only going to stay quiet for so long. Nintendo's got a lot of games planned for 2014, such as Mario Kart 8, Yoshi's Epic Yarn, Super Smash Bros, and Bayonetta 2, and maybe we'll even see X and Zelda come out later this year, but after that, well, don't expect much. Nintendo is treading water with the Wii U, and that's not a long-term strategy. Once the QOL platform comes out later this year, you're going to see their focus shift. Advertising and store kiosks will force this device into people's consciousness, and Nintendo will distance itself from the failing Wii U. It's a smart strategy. Now, this sounds like a scary situation for someone who likes classic Nintendo, but it doesn't have to be. Nintendo will never stop making the video games that we know and love, but it's no longer financially viable to have two separate platforms that cater to the same audience. By having the QOL alongside the 3DS, Nintendo will be able to appeal to the dyed-in-the-wool gamers and the casual populace at the same time. time. And while we'll see traditional games such as Super Mario 3D World released only for dedicated gaming devices, I think everything else will basically come out on the QOL platform. Everyone will win. It will be a tough transition, but I really think that Nintendo's quality of life platform will greatly improve the fortunes of the company and push the Wii U quietly away. Now, are you sad to see the Wii U go? Let me know what your opinions are in the comments below. Please be sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video and you're excited for QOL, and I will see you next time. Bye!